All right, guys. So I just got done watching the roast of Kevin Hart. That's right. I just got done watching the roast of Kevin Hart, and it was fucking funny as shit. It was really fucking funny. Man, this might be better than the roast of Tom Brady. It was so good. Hosted by Shane Gillis, and Shane Gillis was a really good host. And it's definitely the perfect host for this because he's a really funny comedian, and he's from Philadelphia, just like Kevin Hart. So it's fitting him being the host, and it was just so funny. Like, everyone that was in this is so funny. Jeff Ross, the general of the roast. He's in like every single one of these roasts. Tony Hitchcliff, Cat Williams. Cat Williams showed up. Which, him and Kevin Hart have been rivalries for years, and so that was a big thing. He was like, your credibility must be so low that they're bringing out your rivalries. Bring out your rivalries, and yeah, but after he says a bunch of stuff about Kevin being at Diddy bars, and he said all your movies I turned down. Scary Movie 3, Solar Plane, Ride Along, Die Hard, all of them I turned down. It was funny, and then but then they shook on it. There, Kevin Hart was like, "Cat, we've had our differences, but can we be cool? Can we be cool and be friends? Can we end this? Can we squash this beef?" And then they hugged it out, shook each other's hands, hugged it out, and it was awesome. Like him being out there, he's really funny. Like Cat Williams and then the Rock, that was fucking awesome. The Rock was in this, and the whole time they were like, The Rock couldn't be here tonight, and I was like, damn, that's a little disappointing because him and The Rock are like the best, or like best friends, but he showed up, and he was fucking funny. He was saying some shit about Kevin Hart's wife. He was like, Kevin Hart's wife, she's sexy, and then he's like, after the show, I want to. How about we crack open a bottle of tequila and he's like, and Kevin Hart's like, what the fuck you trying to do with my wife? It was fucking funny as hell. It was so fucking funny. And like Tony Hitchcock, cause Kevin, The Rock was definitely the best. Of the night, I thought after Tony Hitchcliff said Tony Hitchcliff's funny as hell, all his black jokes and just all the shit he says is so fucking funny. So I thought I thought he was gonna be the best set of the night, but then when The Rock came out, The Rock was so fucking funny. The Rock honestly topped Tony Hitchcock, which I didn't think could be possible, but The Rock, he was just so fucking funny. His whole thing was just awesome. Everyone, Chelsea Handler, she was, they were, giving her, calling her a hoe and everything, but it was so fucking funny. I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend.